Welcome back. Now for your 5-day weather forecast, we go outside to Tom Katsuku.
Today is mostly sunny with a moderate degree of cloudiness. Temperatures will range between 10 and -1. Now here is the rest of the week's weather forecast. It is expected to get chilly as the weekend sets in. A 60% chance of showers on Saturday will further cool down the temperatures. A high of 8 and a low of 3 are in the forecast. On Sunday, it will be mostly clear. The weather will be favorable for the better part of the day. Expect some sun and a few scattered clouds. Daytime temperature will peak at a high of 8 and dip to a low of -1 in the night. Monday will be a gray day with 1 millimeter of rain expected, but don't let that dampen your Halloween. A high of 9 and a low of 4 will characterize the day. Tuesday temperatures will hit a double digit of 10 and a low of 3. There will be a mix of sun and cloud. That's it for the weather. Happy Halloween and remember to keep warm. Now over to you, Matt and Sarah in the studio.
Thanks, Tom. The federal government is considering replacing dilapidated diesel submarines with nuclear subs. The 4 diesel subs were purchased in 1998 for $750 million, but have been in for costly repairs so far and have cost over $1 billion, and it's expected that additional maintenance will add to the expenses. The nuclear subs would cost at least $3 billion apiece, but would be able to patrol the Arctic, which the diesel subs cannot.
Quebec has come down with a case of the measles. 750 cases of the highly contagious virus have been reported this year. This is the largest outbreak in North and South America since 2002. The outbreak has led health officials to prepare a campaign including the introduction of a vaccination program in schools. The virus is spread through direct personal contact and airborne droplets.
Samsung has finally trumped Apple as the world's leader in smartphone sales. Newly released numbers show the popular Android operating system is contributing to Samsung's success. Third quarter numbers show Samsung shipped 27.8 million smartphones, which amounts to 23.8% of the market. Apple's 17.1 million shipments comprises about 14.6%. The corporate giant's sales have quadrupled in the last year despite the patent infringement lawsuits between Apple and Samsung. Analysts say the disappointing release of Apple's iPhone 4S contributed to Samsung's 40% increase.
A conservative senator wants the buck-toothed beaver to step out of the spotlight as Canada's symbol to make room for the polar bear. Senator Nicole Eaton says the polar bear is the most majestic and splendid animal we have in Canada, and that the beaver is a 19th century has-been, a densely defective rat, and a toothy tyrant. She says the polar bear with its strength, courage, resourcefulness, and dignity is appropriate for modern-day Canada.
Turkey is rejoicing in another miraculous rescue. Rescue workers saved a 13-year-old boy 5 days after the devastating earthquake killed almost 600 people. The boy was rescued from the first floor of a 7-story apartment building in Turkey's hardest-hit city, Erciş. He was taken to the hospital, and doctors say he's in relatively good condition. The rescue was uplifting for thousands of survivors after they slept through a 5th freezing night without any shelter.
And now with your sports news, here's Kathleen Finley.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Humber Hawks will be in full flight this weekend with a jam-packed schedule. The OCAA championships for both cross-country and soccer are taking place tomorrow. Student Roberto Galli is pulling overtime and competing in both events.
Nervous, excited?
I'm excited. I just want to get done with. Hopefully I get 2 goals and it'll be a good weekend.
The recreation student says he doesn't mind driving from the meet in Kingston to Humber for the game. The top-rated women's rugby team ended their regular season with a win. The women remained undefeated by blasting the Seneca Sting last night with a final score of 46-7, with the team giving up just 1 try. Fans came out to cheer on the girls despite the chilly temperatures with a wind chill that dipped below the freezing point. The OCAA semifinals start next weekend. Also this weekend, the women's soccer team will compete in the OCAA championships and the men's rugby playoffs kick off. The volleyball teams compete in the Humber Cup, and the badminton team hopes to rally their way to victory in the Georgian Cup. In the World Series, the St. Louis Cardinals rallied back and beat the Texas Rangers 10-9 last night. The exciting game was a sloppy affair, though. The teams combined for 5 errors and 4 unearned runs. David Freese was the hero. His 2-run triple in the 9th forced extra innings. In his next at-bat, he hit a walk-off home run to center field. The Cards' win forces a deciding Game 7, which is happening tonight. And Toronto fans are rejoicing the Bills are coming to town. The Buffalo team is playing at the Rogers Centre on Sunday. The tailgate party starts at 11 a.m. with kickoff at 4 o'clock. All Canadian teams came out victorious last night in the NHL. The Leafs beat the Rangers 4-2 with Reimer still out with concussion rumors swirling. The Sens win their 4th straight against the Panthers 4-3. The Habs win their 2nd game in a row against the Bruins, and the Jets get 9 goals in against the Flyers. The Oilers beat the Capitals 2-1. Tonight the Oilers take on Colorado, and Calgary goes head-to-head with St. Louis. In Mexico, the women's soccer team won gold in a shootout against Brazil at the Pan Am Games. This win comes after a devastating performance by the team at this year's World Cup. That's it for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kathleen. After the break, we'll get the latest in entertainment from Nicole Bogart.
The ROM gives museum goers a price drop present, and we let you know what terrifying events are happening in Toronto this Halloween weekend. All this and more coming up on your Entertainment Update.